Alright. Okay, we're back. We're working. And we're going to continue this boy. So this is the FanHome Enterprise D build-up model. As you can see, we've made some progress. We have almost the entire top side of the saucer done. And to show you what else we've been working on, we have the Cobra neck, basically complete. We have a small portion of the deflector dish. We have this, which is the bridge section, which will hopefully, I'm hoping we can put this here today. And then we have the top of one of the nacelles. The nacelle looks like it's almost done too, so. Anyway, that is what we have so far. Oh my god, I almost dropped all my screws everywhere. But as far as what we're working on today, we have 2 packs. I don't know if I'm going to get through both of them, but we have them. We have them here. So, first of the 4 packs is stage 15. And this covers steps 55, 56, 57, and 58. I'm doing great, thanks man, appreciate it. So stage 15, got our magazine, so I got our parts. Looks like this is the bit that goes, I'm hoping, back here. And then we have the impulse engines, it looks like. And then we're getting part of the nacelle, and then we're also getting the rest of the phaser banks, it appears, for the top. And then we're starting to get more skeleton and another circuit board here. And then again, more skeleton. So yeah, that's where we're going to start working today. So let's crack into it. I've been waiting for these pieces forever. I know that I only recently did another 2 stages of this, but I had those stages for probably like a good 3 to 4 months, I would imagine. So they're not exactly new. These ones, however, are new. Like, I literally got these in the mail yesterday. Alright, so we have a deck plate with some nice printed 1701D on there. And then some other bits. Looks like parts of battery and switch box. Okay. Got some screws. These are our impulse engine covers, it appears. I'm assuming that these go with our impulse engines as light spreaders. And then we have another sort of little cap thing. And a screw, which I better not fucking lose. Okay. We do require this guy for this stage. Because we are, indeed, placing that down here. Before I do that, let me get my screws all sorted. Hope everyone's doing good out there. It's kind of like a rainy, cloudy day for us here in Arizona, which is kind of rare. especially on like on kind of a rainy week. The thing that sucked though is that the rain's kicked my internet out twice, which should be basically impossible. If it wasn't for the shitty company that provides it. Apparently this bag is too strong for me. Okay. Alright, so first things first, this is going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 FM screws. So we're going to flip it. That's what I had this for. I realized that the the cloth I was using previously was a little bit too small. At least this I can sort of double it up. Why do you hang on to your old bathroom towel sets? To use them in model building. Okay. FM screws. I still haven't replaced my oil pot. I'm just like dipping them straight in the oil. Okay. For right now, I just want to get them in. Don't worry about tightening down after. Because these screws are going into metal, I am putting them in oil because it does help. Especially because we want to make them as tight as we can. Wait. Why did that one seem weird? Why is that one so much longer? Yeah, that was strange. Why did I have like a really randomly long screw in there? The nice thing about doing this panel here is that it's actually going to help, I think, with some of the shaping. The overall saucer. These ones, I really do want them to be as tight as I possibly can make them. take a look. That's what we got. Nice. Okay. Our next stage tells us that we are locating the main bridge. Hell yeah. I was hoping that this was going to happen last time, but it appears it is today. Because last time that we were working on this, I didn't realize that I had not seen this piece yet. Okay. So, it is telling me how to route the wires. So these two long ones are coming down here. And the short one is sort of staying in the middle. It kind of just fits on top here, but the screws are going to probably do a little bit of heavy lifting and properly orientating it. So let's get this turned over. So kind of what I'm doing now is I'm just double checking that the wires that I placed in here aren't pinching on anything. And there is, surprisingly, like one loose LED here too still, so. There we go. Alright, pulled everything out of where I think it could be pinching. We are temporarily moving this. Those screws off to the side. couple things. There we go. That gets me what I want. Okay, now I need to load this with BM screws. And again, I'm just going to get them in here. A little bit of oil. So I can start like bringing it into better position. Okay, that's 4. There are 4 more. Okay. Yeah, that's really pulling the frame in nice. I'm actually gonna turn this a little bit. And now that I've got them all in here, that should be in there pretty nice now. Yeah. Yeah, those attachment points are really pulling the weight on this one. Okay, cool. So now that we have that done, we are returning the saucer PCB. FM. And it looks like rather than just the 2 screws that we had previously, we're actually putting in 4. So we're fully locking it down. I may not be aligned. Okay. One more. Okay, and then I will make sure that I return this to its original home so I do not forget. Okay. We're plugging everything in. I need to be able to see. Where'd it go? Okay, there we go. And you know what? I am gonna kind of try to tighten this up a little bit. I don't want to bundle up the one that has the loose LED still. I feel like zip ties are going to be super friends with me by the time I'm done with this. Okay, cool. Now that the PCB is back in its home, what's next? Oh, I finally understand what these leftover LED lights are. But I'm also kind of surprised that we haven't... Oh no, it's not that we haven't, I skipped it. Okay, I need a whole bunch more BMs. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, a whole bunch. So I was like, how come I haven't screwed in the rest of this bridge plate yet? And again, this is going to work wonders for bringing this all together. As I'm tightening some of these screws, I'm like holding the outer plates of the saucer, and I'm even feeling them sort of move and adjust as I tighten these up. All right. One more. Perfect. Wait. Oh, yeah, nice. Two more. Because we're actually going in through that final deck plate that we added to help tie down the shuttle bay cover. Yeah, check that shit out. Shit tits. Oh, I didn't just do that, did I? Sure did. Well, that is my fault. I could have done that the easy way. But no. I chose the hard way. I'm a moron. Okay. Well, not much I can do about it now. Anyway. God damn it, that was so dumb of me. Alright. Anyway, moving on. Now that we've fully screwed in everything, and screwed up, and plugged everything in, we can move on to step C here. And with step C, what we're doing is we're finding these. And when we find them, we're also finding these. So are these the same or are they mirrored? They're mirrored. Okay. Are these the same or are they? I think they are like essentially the same. Are they? Is there like a specific shape to them? Okay, it appears there is like a specific shape to them. Anyway, so we have that. The interesting thing here is that this LED is supposed to go in here, be held in like here? With what type of screw? AP? Okay, so they're going into plastic. Don't need any oil. I'm only tightening them down as much as I need to. Okay, and they're in. You know what? Even though it's only just like 2 wires, I'm going to tack them down just so they're out of the way. Okay, so now that I've done that side, I can do this side the exact same way. It's amazing that this is enough to like hold this in place. Why are you giving me trouble, bro? There we go. That's your home. And you know what? I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the other one with these cables here. Because it just kind of seems like the right thing to do. It's really just to keep them out of the way of other screw holes that are open for other things. Okay. So if we look at this from the top, see that our impulse engines are now in there. They're kind of held in there, kind of not. But they're in there. Makes me pretty happy. Okay, looks like we're going away from this now. And we're moving on to this guy. So what we're doing is we are looking at this from the top, putting this little nut in there, and then taking this and putting it over top, and then securing it down with some AP. Again, don't tighten it any more than you absolutely have to. And I think that just because this is, I think, such a crucial area, I'm gonna tack this down. There you go. Okay. And I'm only really doing that because I've had issues with other ones in the past. Okay, so there's that. Alright, and we're moving on to the next step. Next step, stage 56. Got some chunky bits in here. Mainly part of a nacelle. Come on, guys. They're stuck. Yeah. This is a pretty fucking weighty piece of metal. Yeah, that's massive. Okay, we got that. And we have phaser banks, some screws, and then also some green and red light filters that I assume. These kind of remind me of Lego train track pieces. Let's get our screws sorted out. Oh, GM. This is a new screw. DMs and some CPs. Alright, so what we are doing first is attaching pieces of the phaser. This one-handed is fun. Okay, so the first one that we're installing is so that's on this side here. Okay, gotcha. They are numbered. So this one goes here. I almost kind of wish that these were metal so that they would also help pull things tight. These are going in with CPs. Again, plastic and plastic, I'm only going as tight as I need to. So the last thing that I want to do is snap one of these things. Okay. And then 56B is UO2, which I should have touched just recently. UO2. We're just following the line, so I can basically do this from upside down. continue around. I'm assuming the next one is UO3, which is this guy. It's caught inside the towel. Wrangling the screws one-handed. Kind of like doing it this way because then it's going to be a kind of like a little reveal. Oh, shoot. And the big bit. That screw was a bro. Yeah, I can't wait till that's locked in better. Alright. nice moves. Okay, great. There we have it, a completed phaser bang for the Episaucer. What's next? Alright, so we are turning it upside down. Then what we're doing is we're grabbing these red and green pieces that I had said came with this. And so starting off the red one goes here. Yes, red one goes there. And then green one goes there. Red one go there, green one go there. And that's technically it for right now. Okay. Put them out of the way. Now it appears we are grabbing this dude. And turning them this way. And then we're getting this. And some GMs, those brand new ones that we got. I think I actually need a smaller screwdriver for this. Yeah, the tip of this thing is teeny. Okay, so that gives us that, which is obviously a battery cover. And then we have our switch. Which I will orient the same way that it is in the picture. Because last thing I want is for this to not work purely because I put the switch around backwards. Got some DM screws. And that gives us a switch. And we have our cable. That's where it goes out the end. So apparently this, the way that it's set, this is off. Okay. And then we're moving on. Stage 57. Got some big pieces here again. They've given us some of their zip ties, which is super nice because they're super teeny tiny. Love them. I got another switch, a really long end on it. Jesus. A spring and a thing. Another, looks like another battery cover, or just maybe like a wire tidy thing. Extension cable. Got another PCB. More screws. And a piece of what I believe is the underside saucer skeleton. Because, I mean, if we're done with the top side, then we have to be building something else. Hello. Hello, hello. We're going to have to build the underside eventually. Let me get my screws sorted. FM, AM, another ton of BM. Okay. So what are we starting with here? So it looks like we're looking at the spring. So we're taking whatever this bit is here, in the spring, and threading the spring over that, and then we're taking this and placing this in here. Oh, interesting. That's how they're attaching that to the to the nacelle arm. I now know what this is. It's not a battery cover. It's actually to lock the spring in place. So I need AMs. Even though I'm going into metal, I'm still going through plastic. So I'm not gonna tighten it down super, super tight, because I don't want to risk cracking whatever this is. Okay, and it still functions, which is great. Okay. Then We are taking this. Oh God, okay. I just realized what's going on here. We're going to saucer down. And then from this point here, we are attaching this extension lead. What are we doing with this other light though still? Okay, and it wants us to plug this into here. Apparently we're running that underneath. Did I really plug it into the right place? I did not. I did not. Okay. Now it's plugged into the right place. We can tie this down with FMs. Again, even though I'm going into middle, I'm still going through a PCB, so I don't want to like tighten it down so much that I freaking crack the PCB board. What is this remaining light? It's a lot of PCBs. Do, 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 do. Okay, cool. Then you're taking this, plugging it in underneath that. Okay, so now it has a switch. Huh. Interesting. There are apparently panel lights which I'm supposed to be plugging into this. Panel lights, which I may have already plugged into another circuit board because I thought that they were supposed to go there. So it says that 5 things should be plugged into this at this current time. So I need to refer to an earlier picture of the other power board. Because what I'm looking for are things that, plugs that are used that appear to not need to be at that state in time. So. Oh. Oh. Alright. Bye. Okay, I think I found everything, which is great. Yeah, okay, I got it. I do have to change some of this though, so. How are you still holding on, buddy? There you go. I just need it to be able to reach what it needs to reach. Okay. Where do these go? I put it in the orientation that the everything is in. Okay, looks like I need to reroute here as well. That's why I'm so glad that I bought so many of these wire ties. Okay. Okay, and then these are going in here. Okay, and it actually is telling us to do some wire tidying. So I'm going to do that real quick. They're so tiny. I had a neighbor who was like they're like living somewhere else currently. Like they're basically getting ready to move out, but at the same time, like they still have their stuff here probably because of their stupid fucking lease agreement. I feel for them, but they had some packages out here in front of their doorstep, and so I text them and ask them, it's like or just to let them know. It's like, hey, you got packages out here. I don't know like when you're going to be here next. Just wanted to let you know that they're at your door. And so he told me that there should have been like a key underneath his doormat for him. And like I looked and looked and looked and I couldn't fucking find it. So I told him, it's like, I'm just gonna stack them. Just gonna stack them by your front door as best as I can to keep them like out of the weather. Because the last thing that I wanted to do was take his packages and like, even though it seems like the right thing to do would be like to take him and put him inside like my house and stuff like that, I can't guarantee that I'm going to be home when he's coming by. And it's like, I know it sounds like shitty, but yeah, it's like, I can't always promise that I'm home. But it appears that my other neighbor did that. And so, thankfully, like when he came around today, she was home, because like that lady leaves her apartment more times than I swear, than I like blink in a day. I swear to God. So nice of her, but still, he got lucky. Like, I'm sitting up here and I'm doing this and I'm listening to them have a conversation outside. Like, I try to be a really nice neighbor, but I don't want to be inconvenient to a guy that has to travel like fucking 100 miles just to come around here again. So now we have this, and some wire tidying. Oh, we are taking the battery pack. That we've had forever. Trying to orient this in the same way that it is in the picture so I can locate it better. Plug the battery pack into socket into That's cool. I like that that has like a switch now. All LEDs in the upper section should now illuminate. I would say that they do. Like, even this little goofy guy just hanging out here by himself. Okay, cool. So it appears that we are now looking at this side of the situation. And like, this isn't even being tacked down. This is just there now. And we have this piece. That's going. Going here. Okay, this is definitely going to be where I'm going to have to start getting super conscious of wire locations. But at the same time, I think this is again going to help straighten out probably some problem spots in the saucer. I'm double checking and triple checking wire placements now. Again, I probably want these to be in here as tight as I can make them. Okay, cool. So that's the FMs. Now I need BMs for the rest of it. So remember, this frame is holding a lot of weight. So it needs to be in here good. I was actually kind of curious as to how the panels will attach to the underside. Like, I was wondering if we were going to make like a whole other like like saucer skeleton and then like attach the things again from the underside and then sandwich them together, but now that I think about it, that'd probably be like way too fucking thick. One. Right, 4 more screws. This definitely is bringing back like the hand pain that I felt when I was originally putting the superstructure together. Okay, come on. Are any of these going to go in? Why? Oh. I found its home. Okay, that is fucking in there. Excuse me. Just gonna where'd the switch go? Yeah, dude, that's so cool. All right, we're getting the last pack for this stage. Got some more screws. Some lights in different colors. Probably help, differentiate them between the top and the bottom. We got another spring thing. First things first. BM. AM. And FM. Yeah, okay. I understand what that's for. Which is good because we're actually bringing that piece back. And the first thing we're doing is another one of those springs. Again, take the rod, thread the spring over the rod, place the rod down in here with the spring inside the boxy area, place this over top, and then acquire AM screws. Times 2. Okay. And I confirm the spring still works. So there we go. That bit is complete. I'm assuming that we're moving on to this. Okay, so let's get Saucer Friend over here. So what it's saying is we're taking this LED and it's going in through here. Getting plugged in. Tweezers, please. No, fuck it. I'll plug it in and then I'll route the cable. Jesus. Same outcome, easier process. Okay. Okay, so we need 58F. I think that all of these are the same. They are not. They are similar. Yeah, they've got two like long ones, one really, really long one, and then one really long one with a small square. So I need to figure out which one is specifically. Okay, 58F is the really, really long one with the rectangular ending. Cool. Okay, so for this one, let's start it looking this way. Getting plugged in here. Okay. I'm going to use this to sort of start threading it through. And then it's taking it's taking the long way around and coming out over here on the back. So again, I'm going to kind of use the existing wiring. Yeah. Okay, cool. This is exactly what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to thread it through all of that good shit. Okay. Now, we're taking 58G, which was the super long one with the square end. That's plugging in here. We're following this inner path. And again, we're going under. Through the frame bits. Underneath here. Okay. Looks like I'll have to do like one piece at a time with this one. Cool. Now they are exactly where they need to be. Oh, they're going here, aren't they? Yeah, they're lighting up those for sure. Okay, cool. Okay, so we have two of the 58E. Looking at us from the front, we're taking the first one, plugging it in, yeah, baby. Okay. Going through here. and then out over that way. Okay, so that is correct. And then we're taking the last one. This one plugs in next to it. And looks like we're again going through. These seem to have like plenty of freaking extra slack on them too, so that's nice. Okay. And it's out the same side as the other one. Very cool. Now, last thing to do for this pack is adding another piece of skeleton. And so we're going to have to get super careful with our wire placements again. Oh. This tucks under here. Okay, I'm gonna have to take it easy. Just gonna very loosely apply these ones real quick. They're at least pretty fucking generous with the spacing underneath these things, so that's a win. Okay. Now I can get these 4 in. Okay, great. And now BMs for all the rest of them, right? Oh, and then we're putting an AM in the final spot. Just gonna pull that in a tiny bit. I wonder if this one is more comfy. Oh, this one's much better for this one. Okay, for this step. Adding this bottom skeleton and like finally like getting like the entire structure together might actually be one of those steps that it's one of those like trust the process type steps where like I feel like this is going to go a long way towards helping resolve maybe any like major panel leak or anything like that I might have been seeing. At least I'm hoping it does. I have to be careful with that because I don't want to pull those wires out. Okay. Alright. Now that we've done that, what's next? Okay, connect lower skeleton with one AM screw. Slide the saucer power switch to on. The front formation LED should stay lit while the others should blink in unison. Stage 58 is now complete. So if any of the LEDs don't work, try again with fresh batteries. Okay, cool. The remainder of this magazine, I realized I didn't go over it. You got Captain's Holiday. Is this where he goes to Ryza? We got Tin Man. Hollow Pursuits. A Barkley episode. The Most Toys. Oh yeah, that one where Data gets abducted. And then Sarek, where we meet Spock's dad. Yeah, there you go. Cool. So that's stage 15. Complete. And I'm pretty stoked. So, we did some work on the lower portion of the nacelle. And we did a whole bunch of stuff to the saucer, including adding a whole nother PC board. And finishing off the top of the panels. Looking pretty good. Pretty happy. Okay. I'm going to put a break in this, and I think I'm going to continue on with the next pack. Because I want to do more. I'm feeling it. Alright, so I'll be right back. Give me like 2 minutes, I think.